Sure, no problem. I'd love to help. How many times have those words left your mouth while your brain was screaming, "Please, God, no, you are tired. You are overbooked. You haven't had a moment to yourself in weeks." Yet when someone asks you for a favor, a ride to the airport, help with a project, attendance at a party you hate, your mouth goes on autopilot. You agree before you even have permission to think. And afterward, you don't feel like a saint. You feel like a hostage. You seethe in your car. You complain to your partner. You resent the person who asked, even though you are the one who said yes. If this is your life, you aren't just nice. You aren't just generous. You are suffering from the people-pleasing paradox. The paradox is this: you please others to secure connection and safety. But the more you say yes when you mean no, the more you erode the very relationships you are trying to save. You are building a wall of resentment, brick by brick, disguised as kindness. Today on Psychology Every Day, we are stripping away the nice person label. We are looking at the raw psychology of why you are terrified of the word no, and how your inability to disappoint others is actually a trauma response that is slowly destroying your identity. Let's start with a hard pill to swallow. People-pleasing is not the same thing as kindness. Kindness is given freely. People-pleasing is a transaction. When you can't say no, you are engaging in a covert contract. Deep down, your subconscious believes, if I do everything you want without complaining, then you will never leave me, never be mad at me, and you will love me. You are buying safety with your obedience. The problem? The other person didn't sign this contract. They just think you really like driving them to the airport. So when they don't return the favor, or when they treat you carelessly, you feel a rage that seems disproportionate. This is the nice guy or nice girl syndrome. It is a manipulation of reality, where you present a false, frictionless version of yourself to the world to avoid conflict. But a relationship with a false version of you is not a relationship. It's a performance. Where did you learn to perform? Few people are born people pleasers. They are made. Usually, this begins in childhood with a dynamic known as conditional positive regard. In a healthy home, a child learns, I can be angry, I can be messy, I can say no, and my parents still love me. In a people-pleasing home, the child learns, I am lovable only when I am useful, quiet, or happy. Maybe you had a parent who was emotionally volatile. You learned to read the room. You learned that if you were easy, you wouldn't trigger an explosion. Maybe you had a parent who was depressed. You learned that your job was to cheer them up or be the low-maintenance kid who didn't add to their burden. You learned that your needs equal someone else's pain. So you amputated your needs. You buried your no. You developed a radar system that constantly scans other people's moods, adjusting your personality to fit whatever shape keeps the peace. You aren't doing it to be fake. You are doing it because your inner child thinks that conflict equals abandonment. This brings us to the biology. Why does saying no feel physically dangerous? Why does your throat close up? Why does your heart race? Because for you, no is a threat to your survival. We often talk about fight or flight, but there is a third major survival state, the fawn response. Fawning is the instinct to merge with the predator. If you are a gazelle and you can't outrun the lion, maybe if you act submissive enough, the lion won't view you as a threat. When a friend asks you for a favor you don't want to do, your amygdala, fear center, hijacks your brain. It misinterprets a casual social request as a life or death situation. Your brain screams, if I say no, they will reject me. If I am rejected, I will die. So you say yes to lower your anxiety. The moment the word yes leaves your mouth, you feel a wave of relief. The immediate danger is gone. The lion is happy. But 5 minutes later, The relief turns into dread. You sacrificed your future self to save your present self. Here is the paradox. You do this to keep people close, but people-pleasing creates intimacy blockers. True intimacy requires honesty. If you never say no, you are never being honest. You are presenting a curated, conflict-free avatar. Your friends don't love you. They love the servant you have become. And internally, you are filling up what I call the resentment bank account. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you deposit a penny of resentment. Yes to the extra shift, penny. Yes to the restaurant you hate, penny. Yes to listening to their drama, penny. Eventually, the bank gets full. And then you explode. You snap at them for something small, like leaving a cup on the table. Or you ghost them. You cut them off entirely because you are so exhausted from carrying the facade. The paradox is that by trying so hard not to lose the relationship, you end up destroying it with your own hidden anger. So how do we stop? The cure for people-pleasing is not learning to be mean. It is learning discomfort tolerance. You have to realize that saying no will feel bad. It will feel terrifying. It will feel like you are being rude. Do it anyway. You have to rewire the neural pathway that says conflict and death. The only way to do that is to survive the conflict. Here is a 3-step protocol to start reclaiming your life. Step 1, the automatic pause. Your yes reflex is faster than your brain. You need to buy time. For the next week, practice this phrase. No matter what anyone asks you, say, "Let me check my calendar and get back to you." That's it. Even if you have nothing on your calendar, even if you know you are free, this buys you the cooling off period. It allows the fawn response to subside so your rational brain can come online and ask, do I actually want to do this? Step 2, the no sandwich. If a flat no feels too aggressive, use the sandwich method. Top bun, validation. Thank you for thinking of me. Meet the no. I'm not going to be able to make it this time. Bottom bun, kind closing. I hope you guys have a great time. Notice what is missing. The excuse. Do not say, because my cat is sick, or because I have work. When you give an excuse, you give the other person a problem to solve. Oh, bring the cat. Oh, come after work. A boundary does not require an explanation. Step 3, let them be disappointed. This is the hardest part. When you say no, the other person might be disappointed. They might be annoyed. Let them. It is not your job to manage everyone else's emotional state. If their love for you is so fragile that it shatters because you didn't help them move a couch, it wasn't love. It was usage. Realizing that you can survive someone else's disappointment is the beginning of freedom. I want you to remember this. Every time you say no to something you don't want, you are saying yes to yourself. You are saying yes to your mental health, yes to your energy, yes to your self-respect. Your no is the fence that protects your garden. Without it, you are public property. Stop setting yourself on fire to keep other people warm. I want to challenge you. In the comments below, tell me one thing you are going to say no to this week. It can be small. Let's practice together. If this video helped you find your voice, hit that like button and subscribe to Psychology every day.